Hi, welcome to Coach House. My name is Steve Gerzeni, and today we've got something really exciting to show you. It's a brand new 2025 271 IV front dinette. It's our brand new Platinum 4 motorhome. It's the largest motorhome that Coach House builds. And what I like to really point out is the chassis that this is manufactured on. It's an E450 Ford chassis. It's got the 7.3 liter Godzilla motor in it, 350 horsepower, and 468 pounds of torque. Now what's nice about this platform is almost like having a diesel without the expense. Ford is very proud of this drivetrain and engine because it is so powerful and it's wonderful for motorhome application. You'll find gas coaches with the exact same drivetrain that are Class A motorhomes that will go up to 35, 38 feet on gas with the same drivetrain. So what we offer here is something that's very powerful, decent fuel economy, and great towing capability. This vehicle, when we're through building it, weighs between 11 and 12,000 pounds. Now we build three variations of our Platinum 4. We have a 261, a 271, and a 272 with various options on the inside. So between 11, 12,000 pounds. The vehicle has a gross vehicle weight rating of 14,500 pounds. So in theory, you have about 2,500 pounds worth of loading capability on most of our Platinum 4s. Now it also has a combined weight rating of 22,000 pounds. So whatever your vehicle weighs, you can subtract that from 22,000 pounds and be able to tow. We have very, very good Class 3 trailer hitches on the back. Some say Class 4, but it's a very heavy duty hitch that we put on these vehicles, capable of towing just about anything you'd want to. But this coach, as you can see, it's got our beautiful shadow paint job on it. It's a free paint job. It's two-tone and two different shades of gray. And we also provide this in 4 different color variations on the exterior, free of charge. We also have an upgrade called our deluxe paint job, where you have the graphics and it has some more design on the exterior. Some people like that. A lot of people like just the traditional, kind of low-key type paint job. This vehicle is equipped with our hybrid system, and I'm going to get into that in a little bit. But as we look at the vehicle, what we like about building a B plus is what we refer to this, is you actually have a van front end. I've shown in previous videos the cab chassis, where this vehicle we buy is from here forward and from here backwards, excluding the body. So we have a cab chassis that we build on. And what's nice about building on a cab chassis over a Class A style motorhome is you have over 100 years of Ford engineering behind this cab. You have front airbags, you have side airbags. You're very, very well protected in the event of a collision. Whereas if a Class A motorhome is built, it's left up to the manufacturer to really put forth the safety efforts into those chassis, and very rarely are you going to find that there's any type of safety built into them if you look behind the scenes. So we like building on the cab chassis mainly from a safety standpoint and really relying on Ford's longevity of building vehicles like they built. I point out a lot of things in our videos. Starting at the front of the coach, we have really nice mirrors. These mirrors extend past the side of the vehicle, so when you're driving down the road, you have good visibility all the way out the back. There's an elliptical mirror on the bottom of the bigger mirror, so you can see side. You can see on the side of the vehicle when you're driving down the road, see if there's any cars on your, on your driver or passenger side that you need to be aware of. But nice big door openings, nice big running boards. You open this door, ingress, egress is very easy to get in and out. A great big running board, which is nice and solid fiberglass. Ford does a really nice job. We really like the E450 chassis because they are very rugged and heavy duty. And we'll get into that a little bit on the inside when we go inside. The next thing I point out is our side entry door. Side entry door is a PTL product. Very very well made, very, very heavy duty. It's got a real nice screen door with it as well. So you can close the screen door in a nice day and let the airflow flow through the coach, which is a very nice feature. But solid, solid, solid door. If you notice when I open the door, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 steps to get into the vehicle, and they're all evenly spaced. So it makes ingress, egress out the side entry door very, very nice as well. Moving on back, we do provide a gas fill. So if you have a propane tank you want to take with you camping, it's a quick connect for your gas grill or something like that. Usually a picnic table out by the side here, or gives you the ability to cook on the passenger side of your vehicle. Just back of that, we have a propane fill. And what we like about our propane fills is on the Ford E450s, we locate a 68-pound propane tank on the inside of the frame rails. What does that mean? It's also very, very well protected in the event of a collision. That propane tank rides on the inside of the frame rail. So if you're involved in a side impact collision, chances of getting to that propane tank are pretty rare. Storage. One of the things we did with Platinum 4s is we added storage everywhere we could. We've taken some major components and put them underneath the chassis, which is a nice feature. By doing so, we've been able to increase the exterior storage. Back over to the door real quick, we have lighted grab bars. I failed to point those out a minute ago. Going in the coach, you have one here, you have one as you enter the vehicle. So very heavy duty, very nice to get in and out of the coach to have a grab bar, again, from a safety standpoint. Moving on back, our claim to fame is our one-piece fiberglass body. This entire motorhome body that you're looking at is cast one piece. What does that mean to most consumers? If you look at a traditional RV, what you're going to find are pieced together motorhomes, 5, 7, 9 pieces of fiberglass, Phylon skin, whatever they use to manufacture their product. Generally speaking, through time, you've got to worry about water leaks. Here, what we've been able to do is it costs more up front, but we've been able to provide a motorhome with less squeaks, leaks, rattles, and durability. A lot of our videos will talk about longevity of our product. And what we try to do is keep these 6 wheels that are on the ground running with the conversion as long as it feels like going down the road. So it's something that we're very proud of, very durable, very strong, lightweight, and so I think it's something that our customers really appreciate. Another thing that we provide are jalousie windows. I talk about these are frameless windows. What's nice about a frameless window is you can open them in inclement weather. Well, the frameless window is a nice feature, but jalousie windows you can open up in inclement weather. So if you have pets or anything of that nature, you can kind of leave your pets inside, get cross ventilation. We do put the Max Air vents that have pre-covers built right into them, remote control, so you can get good cross ventilation if you're not in your vehicle and you might have pets. If you leave the windows open and all of a sudden it rains, you don't have to worry about the water entering the coach, which is again, another nice feature. Now, something we've added this year is a 16-foot box awning. The box awning is 16 feet. It used to be 13 feet, and this is only available on our Platinum 4s. So you can see how wonderful this awning is. It covers almost the whole length of the coach. It's got lights on it so that you can see at nighttime. It has a wind sensor built into it. So in the event the wind picks up, it'll automatically go in for you. But the 16 foot is really nice because it gives you a lot more living space underneath and outside the coach than our previous models with 13 foots. Now, some of our coaches, that's the biggest we can put on, but Platinum 4s have a 16-foot awning, which is really nice. Moving back a little more, I'll point out some more features. Here's another nice storage compartment. You can see how big that storage compartment is. It's lighted. They're LED lights. It's a strip light, so you don't, wherever you put your things inside the vehicle is not going to block the light. So you have light all the way down the opening of the coach, which is nice. Now what we'll do is we'll move around the back of the vehicle and I'll show you some of the things in the back. As we move around the back of the coach, there's certain things I want to point out which are really nice. Part of our appeal, again, is our one-piece fiberglass body. And if you look at the details that we've put into the mold of this body, these are not add-ons. These are all part of the body. We cut and buff our paint. So when we bring it out of our paint department, the last thing we do is put a really good clear coat on it. It's a German clear coat. And what's nice, it's very, very heavy and very, very durable. And then we put our guys on it and they call it cut and buff. They actually sand the entire motorhome and buff it out. So we don't have any paint lines, rigid hard lines. Look at how we even did our taillights. This is all part of the molding process, which is nice. We have a nice big bumper on the back, and within this bumper is our sewer hose carrier. So we can put our sewer hose in the bumper and kind of keep it out of the coach, and I think it's a really nice way to carry a sewer hose. We have a class 3/4 hitch. That hitch is rated at really what this coach is capable of towing. We tell most people about 7,000 pounds. That's a good average. It's 22,000 pound minus 14.5 gives you that 7,500 pound towing capability. We say 7, tongue weight 700 pounds, everything's labeled. But this vehicle, again, it's the most heavy duty coach that we manufacture. Love the chassis, it's a great chassis. Let's move around to the driver's side of the coach and we'll point out some other features. Now we've moved over to the driver's side of the vehicle, and again, nice jalousie windows, beautiful paint job. We are using now the Truma hot water heater. It's a propane on-demand hot water heater, so hot water should really not be an issue for you. Truma is a wonderful brand. A lot of you might be familiar with the brand, but we are really enjoying these hot water heaters and some other Truma products that we're working on. All of our vehicles are going to come with an outside hot and cold shower. We put it on the driver's side to keep the water from being over by your side entry door or gravitating to your side entry door. Now, what some people really enjoy about the outside showers is, again, if you have a pet and you want to wash them. This is the dirty area of a campground site. So it's a good place to do things like that. You can also use the outside shower to rinse out your sewer hose. So it's a nice location for it because it is a kind of a dirty thing when you're dumping water on the ground or whatever. It's nice to keep it away from where you're going to be living, and that's going to be primarily on the passenger side. Now, like all coach houses, I like to point this out, we have a utility compartment that we put behind the door. What's nice about our utility compartment is it is in the back of the vehicle. All of it's on the driver's side. This is going to be the side when you pull into a campground that you're going to have all of your hookups. You're going to have your power cord hookup, your sewer hose hookup, your freshwater hookup, your cable hookup is always going to be on the driver's side of the vehicle. So what we've done here is tried to keep it clean by putting it behind doors, driving down the road. The coach is very, very clean. What we have here is city water connection. This is where you're going to take your hose from the campground, hook it into your vehicle, and you have water all throughout the coach, even through your hot water heater. We have a valve here, so let's say you're getting ready to leave and you want to fill your freshwater tank. This coach has 40 gallons of fresh water on board. Just by turning this valve, you fill up your freshwater system. So now you have potable water driving down the road. Next to that, we have a cable connection. So if you pull into a campground, most campgrounds are going to have cable TV. So by connecting here, obviously it goes to your TVs in the coach, and now you have cable TV. We have a little courtesy light. This is nice at nighttime. If you're getting to your campground very early or you're leaving late at night, this gives you, without having to hold a flashlight, a little bit more light. We always have a low point drain on all of our coaches, and what that does, it assists in winterization. It's going to drain all the line drains, get the water out of the lines. One of the nice features with Coach House is we are an all-season coach, 4-season vehicle. What does that mean? That means providing you keep the interior of your coach above 32 degrees, you can use your vehicle in the wintertime. It's unique. A lot of manufacturers don't. Ask the questions. A lot of their freshwater systems are run outside the vehicle. Some freshwater holding tanks are outside the vehicle. They're not four-season. Coach House has always preached four-season vehicles. Right above this area, you're going to find a bypass valve. By turning the bypass valve, you eliminate all of this outside stuff. So now you're looped above the floor. The freshwater tank, the freshwater lines, the freshwater pump are all put above the floor of the vehicle. So, four-season, keep the coach again above 32 degrees on the interior, and you've got a four-season coach. I think it's a great feature. We've been doing this since our inception 40 years ago. Next to your low point drain is where you're going to have your low point sewer. So this is where you're going to pull two valves. You have a gray water valve, black water valve. Black water valve is for your toilet runoff. Gray water valve is for your sink runoff. So when you connect your sewer hose, you put it into the sewer dump at the campground. You want to pull your black water valve first, let it rinse out, pull your gray water valve. That helps flush it out. Now, in the event you think maybe your solid wastes have not totally emptied out of the black water tank, we provide a black water flush. So you can take your water fill hose here and connect it here without fear of any contamination. The way we put these in, they go through an anti-siphon valve that's above the floodplain of the coach. So there's no way that any wastewater is going to get back into this black water flush system. It's something, again, if you're looking at other products, ask this question. This, you can use the same hose. Many times they want you to bring an extra hose because you will contaminate it. So I think what we've done here is, number one, try to keep it clean. Number two, try to keep it simple. And number three, common sense of how we've organized this. So everything that is dirty, I'll say, is all in the back driver's compartment of the vehicle. So I think it's a very, very nice design. Again, everything's fiberglass. All of our doors are fiberglass. Our doors all have style lines to them, as the body does. Really a beautiful coach. Now what we'll do is we're going to flip around here. We're going to continue down the driver's side of the vehicle. Now what we're going to do is we're going to work our way up the driver's side of the vehicle. And what I like to point out, this is our potable water fill. Again, it's above the floor of the vehicle. So all-weather plumbing, 40 gallons of fresh water in our 26, 27-foot motorhomes. This is the backside of a Dometic refrigerator, or Norcold. We use two different types of refrigerators. This refrigerator in this vehicle is going to be an absorption-based AC LP gas. So it runs on AC current, which is 110 volt, and it runs on your LP gas system. You can cool it either way. Now also what I like to point out as we move up is our slide outs. You don't see any little aluminum tracks here because we use nothing but HWH. HWH are hydraulic rams. This is one hydraulic ram of two that operate the slide out. What's nice about the hydraulics is their HWH, which are name brand in the industry, very, very low failure rate with them. And I use the analogy a lot of times of like a backhoe. You know, you look at a tractor that's digging ditches and things like that, that's all run on hydraulics. So hydraulics are certainly the more expensive way to go over electric that you'll normally see on the sides of these other brand slide outs. But the failure rate on these is probably 90% less. And if these fail, you have the ability to get these slide outs in and get into a service center. Whereas the electric slide outs, you've got to dismantle them. So somebody's going to have to come to your campsite, come to your home, come to wherever they failed, disassemble those in order to get you moving down the road to get it serviced. So we love the hydraulics. They're certainly more expensive, but they're a lot more reliable. So that's a good feature. Above all of our slide outs, we're going to have a slide topper, and this awning goes in and out with the slide out automatically. What's nice about the slide topper is it keeps debris off the top of your slide out. Without the slide topper, I don't care what slide out you have, without the topper on them, whatever lands on top of that slide, chances are when you bring the slide out and it's coming into your coach with you. Leaves, debris, water, whatever the case may be. So the slide topper, I think, is a real important feature. The seal systems that we use on our slide outs are called a triple seal system. They're bulb sealed on the exterior, they're bulb sealed on the interior, and there's also a bulb seal on the exterior of the slide out where I'm patting right here. But the way they operate is when your slide out is fully in, all the way in, this seal presses against this seal and seals the whole coach from water leaks, the slide out rather. When you extend the slide out, there's a seal on the inside that hits the inside. So if it's all the way in, all the way out, the slide out is totally sealed. And we like to mention that. It's a really good, reliable system to keep water, debris, pests, anything out of your vehicle. So it really is a good system. Here, we've been able to open up some more storage on our Platinum 4s. Again, lighted. Nice feature. This is huge. You can put multiple sets of golf clubs in there, large storage containers, and just by the relocation of some of our major appliances, we've been able to achieve a lot of outside storage in our Platinum 4s. Totally redesigned body. These bodies, just to build one, were well over $1 million. But the longevity, as I said before, of having a vehicle that doesn't leak, squeak, rattle, will last as long as this chassis is going down the road, I think is really important to a lot of people. So let's move up towards the driver's compartment and I'll show you some more things about the driver's compartment. Now we're standing at the driver's door area, and again, we have nice big running boards to get in and out. Ford makes it very, very easy. There's grab handles to get in and out of the vehicle, which is nice. All power. When we order the chassis, we order the chassis with everything that's possible. And I think that kind of we try to stay away from aftermarket stuff. The only aftermarket thing we have to put in here is the radio navigation system. The Ford E-Series does not come with a sync system. So we're using various radios. Kenwood is what we're using right now. Very reliable, works great. All the steering controls on a steering wheel work as well. So you have volume control, channel control, voice activation for your CarPlay or your Android system. So very, very nice. Now as I get into the Ford, what I want to point out is it's very, very ergonomically comfortable. Everything is at your fingertips. So you have all your controls on the steering wheel. Coach House goes so far as to put a momentary start switch. What this is, this little button, are going to be in all of our vehicles, whether they're here or under the seat. What they do is provide current from your auxiliary batteries to come to your engine battery so that you can start the engine. So let's say you left your lights on and it killed your battery. Battery's drained. By a push of a button, it's going to jump to your coach batteries in the back and allow you to start the engine, and now the alternator takes over and starts charging the system again. So a nice feature. But back to Ford. Ford is a really nice, comfortable vehicle to drive. You got good visibility. It's solid. The wheels are nice and wide on the vehicle. They're 8 feet wide as the body is. So driving down the road in a Ford, you get a lot more stability than you will out of other vehicles. Really a great coach. So now what I want to do is walk around the front and I'll show you the engine makeup. Now we're at the front of the vehicle, and what we like to point out is we've increased the height of the vehicle a little bit because we want more room on the interior for electronics. But we still provide a very aerodynamically designed coach. You're not going to find the bubble tops, as we call them, in Coach House products. Especially if you're on a lighter duty chassis, you have a tendency to have these things wandering down the road. Where our aerodynamically designed bodies are much more efficient, more fuel efficient, more user-friendly driving down the road. We feel they just give you a better ride. Now underneath the hood is something I like to point out too. Because underneath here, everything is accessible, from tranny fluid checks to oil checks to breakers. Coach House does put a slave drive on the negative side of their batteries. And we do that for people that want to store the coaches. If you store it for any length of time, the slave drive in a Ford, you just lift this lever up. I don't want to do it now because I got everything connected, but you lift it up and it cuts the battery power off to the chassis. So now when you come back, your battery's not drained for whatever reason. So it's nice for long-term storage. Air cleaner, all of your coolant levels, oil fill, everything in a Ford is very easily accessible, and it's something that we really like. Again, 7.3 liters, big V8, very dependable, serviceable. You know, that's one of the nice things about Ford is most of even your local garages can take care of service if need be because they're familiar with it. So let's head on inside the coach and I'll show you what we do on the inside. Now we've moved inside the vehicle, and what I want to point out is the front of the coach. Again, Ford Motor Company designed E450 a dash and drivetrain and all. Really, really comfortable, ergonomically correct coach. We put these beautiful fiberglass interliners in the front of our coaches, and it gives us the ability to open them up. You have nice ingress, egress into the driver and passenger seat, which is nice. We've made a shelf in these for Keurig coffee makers with a place to actually drop your electrical cord down and plug it into this cabinet below. Really a nice feature, so you can leave your Keurig up here off your Galley. Kind of a nice thing, or any type of coffee maker for that matter. A lot of people choose Keurigs. Now again, Coach House's claim to fame a little bit is our electrical system. We did away with multiplex wiring. So what we did is came out with this panel. And this is from the marine industry. What's nice is these are all touch buttons to shut your lights on and off. Everything is separately switched. You have all of your ceiling lights, your courtesy lights, entry lights, water pump, battery heaters, gen stop start buttons, auxiliary switches. It really is awesome. And what we love about our electrical system is there is no longer a single point failure in them. If this switch right here decides to quit working, guess what? Everything else is still on in the coach. Easily replaced. Within 15 minutes, we can replace these things if they go bad. And so we really, really are liking our analog system. A lot of people wanted to know, well, analog versus multiplex. Multiplex, I can control stuff with my cell phone. Yeah, if it works. But another nice feature is a lot of our components are coming out with their own apps. So again, you're not on a single point failure. Air conditioning, generator, some of the things that are coming in our industry are all going to be controlled by apps. And by controlling by an app, it's not a single point failure, and we want to point that out. So we really, really, really like our analog system, and it's working very, very well right now. We got a little bit of overhead storage here. We do a lot of pre-wire in our coaches. Some of these wires you see here are for satellite. Some of them are, this is a sold coach, and the customer that ordered it with Starlink, so we've prepped it for Starlink. And again, this is something that you need to be cautious with the Starlink, because there's different models of Starlink. So this was specific to the customer that ordered it. DVD players, TV antennas and boosters, everything's put in here. So it's a nice feature to have. Next to that, we have a TV that is actually on a swing arm. It will pull out so that if you're dinette, both people can see it. This customer ordered a sound bar to go along with his TV, which is nice. Then we have next to that our tower of power. This is where all of your components are going to be. And again, Coach House likes to keep things as clean as possible. We're using the Renogy system for our hybrid conversion that we manufacture with the lithium-ion batteries. Renogy is the system we've chosen. Below that is our fully automatic HWH hydraulic leveling system. That's a 4-point jack system. Hit the button once, it turns it on. Hit it again, all 4 jacks will come down and automatically level your vehicle. Below that is our HWH hydraulic slide room switch for the slide out, and then we have sea level for all of our gauges, your gray, black, freshwater, battery, things like that. Even though the Renogy will do most of the battery, this is good more for your holding tank capacities. And then we put a 3,000 watt pure sine wave Xantrex inverter in all of our vehicles. So our hybrid system consists of a 3,000 watt Xantrex inverter coupled with two 300 amp batteries, giving you 600 amps worth of lithium ion. In testing on this vehicle in Florida, where we build them, we were able to run an air conditioner with the coach in its worst state, 120 degrees inside, turn the air conditioner on, it cycled at 75 degrees and went for 8 hours. And we still had 10% battery life left in our batteries. We like the term hybrid over all everything, whether it be all gas, propane, or whether it be all electric. One day all electric's going to be there, but not in this industry, and not yet, especially in hot climates. If you're not going to use any of this stuff, okay, you have an all-electric vehicle. You can do the same thing here, but we provide the backup in the event your batteries fail or something should just not last as long as you want. Fire up your generator. Everything works hybrid, either or. So this coach is not going to shut you down if the batteries decide they're not charged anymore. So we really, really, really like the system that we've chosen. And things will change in the future, I'm sure. But today, the way we build them, the hybrid RV conversion is awesome. Now we want to continue back through the Galley. As you can see, this is a really nice Galley. We use Corian as solid surface because the Corian product is really flexible. We don't have to worry about, damaging anything or breaking countertops going down the road. I don't think we've had a failure of crackage with any of this stuff yet, and we've been using it for years and years and years. Another thing that's nice is you look at all of our doors. All of our doors have touch latches to keep them locked. Really, really nice made. They're all soft close. But what's nice is once you get them closed, you push the button and it locks. All of our overhead doors have beautiful metal drawer glides, all Blum recessed hinges, so you don't see any hinges on the outside of the door, and they're all soft close. And again, positively locked, so none of your stuff will fall out. Moving back, we have a beautiful stainless steel sink, nice and big for pots and pans. We've got a lot of storage all throughout the Galley. The Galley storage in this coach is amazing. Look at the size of that. Big pots and pan storage. But really nice. Again, positive catch latches, all soft close. They all soft close. 3-burner propane stove. Stove top comes down, and you have this ginormous countertop in a 27-foot motorhome. Really a beautiful feature. Above that, we have a convection oven. This is convection, also microwave. It will cook, it will microwave, it will do just about anything that you want to do in the kitchen area. Pantries, our famous pantries. People love these because they're all made out of wood. They're not made out of metal wire. Your items you put in here are not going to fall out because once you close it, they're all up against the wall, so it's nice and tight in there. But really a nice pull-out pantry. Truma controller here, and then we have a little storage compartment up above it. Moving back, this vehicle, we put remote panels in for lighting and some important features you need, like if you're going to go to bed, you can hit your lights here. It's really a nice feature. Nice deep shirt cabinets now, which I'll show in a minute. But this is set up into a twin bed model, obviously. And what we've done is we provide an option called a king conversion, where we put bolsters that'll fill in the middle. You can fill in half of it, or you can fill in all of it. A lot of people just like filling in this top half so that you can get together and you can still get up and down easily, or you fill the whole thing in and you have a king size bed. Really a nice feature. Beautiful nightstand. And one of the things that we've gotten involved with, we've got 3 of them in this vehicle, are charging stations for your phones and your tablets. You can lay your phone on here and it'll automatically charge. In this vehicle, we have 3. Nice big drawers. There's a couple little drawers here for your essentials when you're getting ready to go to bed. We have big pull-out drawers here for additional clothing, which is nice. Again, all posi catch latches. And then if you look, all of the storage that we've put all the way around the perimeter of the coach. So you have a lot of storage. This vehicle is actually done in our teak makeup. So it's called our teak interior, and it's been a very, very popular color for us. Now, if you notice here, these are shirt closets, and we've been able to increase the depth of these quite a bit. So you've got a real nice depth for a shirt closet. We can do adjustable shelves if you want to put adjustable shelves in them. Whatever you really want to do, we're capable of doing inside these closets. Both driver, our passenger and driver. So you can see the pre-drill holes for any type of shelving you want. We've got it here. It's not a problem. Moving forward from here, we have a beautiful bathroom. And I like to point out that this bathroom door does petition so that you can break your vehicle up into 2 compartments. If you want to sit in the front and watch TV or cook or be outside or whatever while the significant other's getting dressed and all, you have the petition in order to do so. And I think it's a really nice feature the way we've designed this so that it's compartmentalized. Now on the passenger side, we have a beautiful shower. The shower is much larger in our Platinum 4. It's all fiberglass, including the basin that you'll stand on. It's a fiberglass compartment versus being plastic. We've actually had to send all this out for testing and get what they call an IAMPMO rating on it. So it's all been certified for its use, for its drainage system and so forth. So our showers are really, really unique. We love fiberglass. Being in Southwest Florida, kind of our claim to fame. Boat manufacturers, boat industry. We visit a lot of marine shows. We don't necessarily go to the RV shows other than to show our product, but for finding things more marine oriented and not so much RV oriented. To us, a little bit different. I think the marine industry does a really good job on some of their components that we use in here. Looking up at the ceiling, it's a padded ceiling. We have these puck lights throughout the coach. What we like about this system, again, a puck light goes out, you can replace the puck light. If you need to get access to your ceiling, the panels drop down so you can get access to the ceiling. We use a 15,000 BTU Dometic air conditioner, ducted, so it's ducted throughout the coach. A lot of vehicles this size don't duct their air conditioning systems. With this 15,000 BTU Dometic air conditioner, you also get a heat pump. So the heat pump works to about 40 degrees and above. If it drops below 40 degrees, we have a 30,000 BTU LPG furnace on board that'll take over. So this is nice just to break the chill. The furnace is nice when it gets really cold. So kind of nice. If you're plugged into a campground, what people like about the heat pumps, if you're plugged into a campground on a cool night, you can run off the campground electricity and not your propane. But we provide both sources, electric heat pump, LPG furnace. So let's move forward. And above me here, we also use the Max Air vents, which are really, really nice. These are thermostatically controlled. They've got built-in covers, which is a nice feature. The built-in cover actually provides for inclement weather again. If it should rain, it's not going to enter the coach if you leave it open. And being thermostatically controlled, it's not an air conditioner, but it'll get the heat out. So it's kind of a really nice feature. We have 2 of them in our 27-foot motorhome. Now, I talked about the refrigerators. We have 2 different refrigerators on board. We do an absorption LP 110-volt refrigerator, and we do it's called a NovaCool AC/DC compressor refrigerator. Depends on how you're going to use the vehicle. That's why we provide either or. Both good refrigerators, both going to be about 8 cubic feet and able to handle just about anything you want to put in it for a vehicle of this size. Now in the front slide area, what is really nice about our products is we can provide 3 different options for you in our front slide. This is a dinette, again, solid surface table, and these are all jackknifed metal reinforced seats. So we can put seat belts on them. But what's nice about these is they come together, form another bed up front. This table lays flat, forms a bed up front, and it really is nice for maybe a single person. We provide a sofa up here too that's good for 2 people, and we also put recliners in the vehicle for 2 people. So in this area, since we've designed our slide outs to all be the same size, we have 3 options for you, which I think is a really neat feature. Our valances are beautiful. We use day-night shades. This has the day shade down right now, the night shade. These are all MCD brand. Fully covers the windows, so you don't have to worry about anybody looking in. Really a nice feature. We have these beautiful reading lights. So if you want to read, everybody else wants to go to bed, you have these really nice reading lights that are controlled right at the source. So that's a nice feature as well. It's one of the nice features that our customers enjoy, I think, is a vehicle this size does not limit you. I've been in the RV industry my whole life, and I've taken Class A motorhomes out. I've wrecked a few of them, I hate to say, but they're big, they're cumbersome. It's a chore to get that thing ready to go. We tell people, buy some clothing that you can leave in here. Buy your plates and dishes, whatever, leave it in here. All you gotta do is fill your refrigerator and go. That's what's nice. You can get into all of your beautiful rural routes in the United States, unlike a Class A motorhome. You can drive into small cities, and chances are you can park this anywhere. It's not intimidating to drive. So what we find is couples will drive it. Now, both people will drive the motorhome. Anything bigger than that, generally one person drives it. And so that becomes a little unnerving if you should have an issue such as health out on the road where you really don't have that other person to drive. These things are fun because you can use them 365 days a year and you can go whenever you want to go. It's not a major production to put these things on the road. So again, I appreciate you watching this video. There's probably a lot of things I've missed. Please call us. We have great detail. We give wonderful factory tours. And again, Coach House is a family-run business. I'm part of the family. Been doing this my whole life. And we encourage you to compare us with really anything out there. We feel we build the best motorhomes. There are no shortcuts taken whatsoever. And we would appreciate your consideration on your next purchase. Thank you.